Good morning, everybody. It's Coach Chris. Hope everybody's doing great today. I have a lower body workout for you guys. All you need is a set of dumbbells, maybe. You can do them with body weight only. That's fine. And maybe something soft to kneel on because we are going to start on the ground with a dynamic warm-up. So come on down. We're going to start in a half kneeling position. So what I want you to do is put your right foot forward. And you're going to be on your left knee. Hands on your thigh above your knee. Please don't put pressure on your knee. And all you're going to do is you're going to press forward and then come back. And we're going to do a few of these. I want to keep your heel down in front. And it's okay to kind of come forward a little bit more with your knee, stretching out through your hip flexor. Starting to work a little flexion through your ankle. Feel it. You will hear my ankle crack. I'll just warn you that right now. And this one we're going to hold. So hold in the front, bring your arms up, lean back into it a little bit so you can feel a little bit more stretch through your hip flexor. And then come on back. Hands can come on thigh and then just kind of rock yourself back. Stretch your hamstring. Come forward. Have a little bit more mobility on the way forward now. Come back, lift your toes a little bit, stretch the hamstring. And then one more. Awesome, go ahead, switch sides. So let that knee come down. Bring the other foot forward, hands just above your knee. Press forward. And come back. Forward. And back. Feel a big opening through your hip flexor. We've got one more. Come all the way forward. Hold it this time. Big sweeping motion. Lift your arms up as high as you can, and then maybe go back a little bit. Keep breathing, and then bring your hands back down to your thigh. Bring yourself back, lift your toes, just push your butt back. You don't have to go back real far. Bring yourself forward. Go back. We're going to do one more. Forward and back. Good, and before we stand up, come to both knees. And we're going to stretch out the ankles for a second. So what I want you to do, I'm going to turn sideways so you guys can see. I want you to have your toes down towards the floor. So don't tuck them, but lay them flat so you can really stretch out through the front of your ankle. And then you're going to sit back and you're going to lean back. And go ahead and put a little bit of weight back there. You are stretching your hip flexor here, but you're also starting to stretch out through your ankle. And just breathe into it. And then roll yourself back on up. We've got one more thing to do to warm up. Come on, standing. I'm going to do some good mornings just to wake up the back of the body a little bit more. So what I want you to do is you're going to come to a little bit of a half squat. Push your butt back and reach your arms out long. And you're going to pull your elbows back. All right, so you're squeezing between your shoulder blades. It's going to come up and down, and up and down. Keep your back nice and flat. If you're not sure if you're hinging at your hips or not, good thing to do is just put your hands on your hips, and you'll feel yourself folding right there. Give me one more. And roll yourself on up. All right, so that was our warm-up. We're going to get into the meat of the workout. We've got 4 different supersets that we're going to do today. So the first one is going to be a split squat with a deadlift. So if you want to use weights, you can go ahead and pick those up. All right, again, everything that we do today can be pretty much done with no weight at all. The deadlifts, you might want to have something kind of heavy to pick up. It could be a thing of laundry detergent or a jug of water, whatever you have laying around your house. We're going to start with some split squats. So that means right foot forward, left foot back. Heel is lifted in the back. You're just on the ball of your foot. a tiny bit of a tilt of your, little bit of a pelvic tuck, just a tiny bit, so your shoulders are over your hips. Using weights, it can be either at your side, you can use one weight and hold it up in front, but all you're gonna do is you're gonna come down, both knees bend, right back up. We're gonna do 10 of these. Trying to get your knee to a 90-degree angle. Watch your range of motion. If this is as far as you come down with good form, that's fine. You can always hold on to something if your balance is a little bit off. We're gonna do 2 more. Trying to get about 10 on each side. And you're gonna step in, switch sides. Make sure your feet are not really like on the railroad, or on a tightrope, but they're on railroad tracks. It's gonna help you with balance. Little set, abs are in, and we do 10 of them. Straight up and down. Look at something in front of you to keep your balance. One more. Good, and then step in. We're gonna go right into our deadlifts. We're gonna go immediately into it. So feet just outside of hips. Toes point forward, maybe out a tiny bit. Weights are right by your lap. And you're really gonna send your hips back, tiny bend in your knees as you come down, and then straight back up. So what I want to think about is keeping your knuckles engaged with your legs almost the entire time. You really want to be close. You don't want to swing the weights out in front of you. Back is nice and straight again. And you're really pushing your hips back. These are kind of similar to the good mornings we did, but with weight and a little slower and more controlled. We're going to do 2 more. And our last one right here. Okay, go ahead, bend your knees to put your weights down. Maybe have a quick sip of water. And we're going to do that 2 more times. All right, so I'm going to show you a different variation with the weights this time. If holding them at 1 on each side is not working for you, you can hold 1 weight right here in front of you. All right, let's get your legs set up. Make sure your back heel is lifted. All right, we go straight down and up. You're really pressing through your front heel. That's what's going to activate your glute. 2 more. Come all the way up and then step in, step back to change sides, and we go straight down and up. Abs are always in. You're going to give me 1 more. And then step in. A little bit of a shake. We're going to go to our deadlift. So if you have 1 weight that's heavy, and I'll show you the option for that. Actually, I'm going to pick up something a little heavier. I'm going to show you that. Or if you're just holding on to something heavy from around your house, if it's, like I said, laundry detergent or water, or maybe it's a pet, I don't know. All right, abs are in. We push our hips back and come right back up. So you feel a nice stretch in your hamstrings on the way down. It's a slight bend of the knee. It's not a squat. We're not getting closer to the floor by bending our knees a lot. We're getting closer to the floor by pushing our butt back and tipping through the hips. You're going to need 2 more. And last one right here. Awesome. All right, go ahead and put your weight down. 1 more sip of water. Keep forgetting where I put my water today. I'm going to put it over here this time. All right, and then we're going to do 1 more set of the split squat deadlift combination. So pick up your weights. All right. Set your feet up. All right. Press your front heel. Whole foot is on the floor. And go down and up. So I want to kind of keep an eye on your front knee. Try to make sure it doesn't collapse in as you come down. You want to keep it lined up with your middle toes. 5 toes are down in the back. We've got one more. Step in, change sides. Pick something to look at in front of you, down and up. Still in. The arms are just long, shoulders are back. One more. Step in. Feet just outside the hips, a little bit of a shake. Starting to feel some fatigue, I know I am. Roll your shoulders back. Remember to try to keep your hands as close to your legs as possible. Start with a little knee bend, and really travel down and back up. Push your hips back. And you saw I just made a little bit of an adjustment. If you don't get it right where you want to be right off the bat, it's okay. Just take a second and adjust. This is 9 and 10. Alrighty, those weights can go down for now. Grab a quick sip of water and we'll talk about our next superset. We're going to take a little bit of a break here. So we're going to do 2 kinds of squats. This is a big squat set. We're going to do 3 rounds. I'm going to do 10 each one with minimal rest between the 2 different kinds of squats so we can keep our heart rate up. Alright, and we're going to try not to rest a whole lot between sets. So 2 kinds of squats. First one is going to be more of a traditional squat, your feet just outside your hips, not super wide, not really, really narrow, but not super wide either. And you're going to do 10 squats right here, really loading up the quads. And then we're going to do 10 with our feet wide, kind of like a goblet squat. Feet wide, you can bring your weight right up to front, and literally down and up, really thinking about pressing your knees out for that one. All right, we're going to start with our narrow squat. Well, not narrow, regular squat, so feet just outside of hips. All right, abs are in, shoulders are back. We're just going to do 10. 1, 2, weights are right at your side. 3, press through each time. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we're going to go to our goblet squat, our heavier squat. I like to take a heavier weight, hold it right up in front of me. All right, feet are wide, toes are out. Then we come down. 1, squeeze your butt on the way up. So the first set of squats really gets the front of the leg, and this set gets the back. One more. Whew. All right, go ahead and put that weight down. Again, a shake. All right. Maybe a little roll of shoulders. And we're going on for set 2. So again, keeping the rest pretty short. A lot of you guys that do this with me are endurance athletes. So the goal is to kind of keep going a little bit. However, you're always welcome to press pause at any time and do these, all right, at your own speed. Okay, feet just outside of hips, abs are on. Here you go, narrow squats. 1, 2, try to keep your chest lifted. 4, 5, 6, weight is in heels. 7, 8, 9, 10. Weights go down, picking up something slightly heavier. Right in front of you, take your feet nice and wide, get your toes turned out. All right, I usually do a little back and forth to make sure my hips are ready. And here we go, wide squats. 1, 2, 3, 4. Only get as low as you can, keeping your good form. 7, 8. Try not to lock out knees at the top. That's a bad habit I have. 10. Whew. All right. Weight down. We have one more set. One more set. And then after that, everything is body weight only. So pick up your slightly lighter weights, sit up for your squat, and here we go, 10 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Going on to your goblet squat, your wider squat, turn your toes out, pick up the weight, a little readjustment, and here we go. 1, 2, 3. So one of the nice things about this nice wide squat is not only are you working your glutes, but by getting your knees nice and wide, you're stretching your inner thigh. And it moves us in a little bit of a different direction than forward, which we do a lot as triathletes. That's our last one. All right, put your weight down. Have a quick sip. Going into our third superset. So body weight only from here on out. We have 2 new exercises. One is going to be a variation on the single-legged squat, or also known as the pistol squat. Now these are really challenging, which is why I'm going to start with a variation. All right, and then we're going to do a single leg deadlift. So we will do, let's do 8 of each, and we will do 3 sets. All right, so it's going to be slow and controlled. So single leg squat, we're going to start on our right leg, take your left leg out, all right, come into a squat, have your heel touch. Bring yourself down, and then back up. So the idea is to keep almost all of the weight in the leg that's doing the actual squatting. The other leg is just kickstanded here for balance. 1 more. And then from that, we're going to go directly into our deadlift on that side. So I'd say put your hands on your hips, take your toe back, turn side down so you can see, take your toe back, abs are in, and you're going to tip forward and back up. Okay, it's going to be a little bit wobbly. That's all right. Just have a little laugh over it. And then bring yourself back up. Trying to keep your hips closed, so it might not be a big movement. I don't want you to tip and open up to me. That's something a little bit different. Got 2 more. And 1 more. Whew. All right, other side. So now it's your left leg that's going to do the squatting. Your right leg is out with your heel down. All right, just lightly. You squat down and up. 2, 3, 4. We're really working the left side. 5, 6, 7, and 8. And you take that long leg back behind you. Hands come on your hips and our single leg deadlifts. Little bend to the standing leg. And just tip forward, trying to keep in a straight line from your head to your heel. Just 2 more. Don't get frustrated. Try not to get frustrated if you get wobbly. That's part of it. That's part of it. You'll see I'm moving all over the place here. All right, so that was set 1. Going on to set 2, I'm going to show you a little bit of a different variation. So you're going to go back to your right leg, all right? Heel is down, find yourself up. Let's see if you can lift your heel a little bit. Oh, and see if you can do the 8 without your heel touching at all. Whew. They get hard here. 7 and 8. All right. Bring that leg behind. Single leg deadlifts. Bring your hands to your hips. You can keep things nice and square. Look at something on the floor that's not going to move. And tip. Heel tap every time you come up. You really feel this up the back of your standing leg. One more. All right, bring the leg around. Whew. Let's try the single leg pistol squat on the other side. So you can always keep your heel down. If that's where you are, just stay there. Don't lift your heel. But if you're ready, if you want to try it, lift your heel. And up and down. Side's a little harder for me. You see, I'm kind of bobbling around to keep my balance. And trying to keep your front knee tracking right over your toes. Last one. Oh, I lost it. Okay, bring the leg around behind. Single leg deadlifts. So why do we work single-sided stuff? Because as runners and as cyclists, we spend a lot of time just pushing with one leg or just pulling with one leg. So it's important to work both sides solo so you can start to work out muscle imbalances. One more. Okay, quick sip. You guys are doing a fantastic job. These are very challenging. We're going to do one more set. Issues with my water bottle. All right, one more set. So back to our single leg squat. So whatever option you want. All right, here we go. Lift the leg if you're going for it. Up and down. And when you get really, really good at these, you can make your squat really low or hold on to something heavy. As you can see, I'm not that good at them. So we're just going to stay here. One more. And back up. Bring the leg back around. All right, we're going to do a little bit of a different variation of this one this time for the deadlift. So get abs in, do your deadlift. Then as you come up, try not to touch your foot to the floor. Maybe even lift your knee. Oh, game on. Okay, here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh. 7, and that's why we do these. 8. All right. See how we do on the other side. All right, leg is out, hips are back. If you're lifting your heel, lift your heel. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, little balance checks. 5, 6, 7, and 8. And bring your leg around. All right, find that spot again. Deadlifts. Down, tap, or lift your knee. So yeah, it's going to be different on each side. This is kind of a wobbly side for me. But that's why we do these. So you can see where those differences are and work the things that aren't quite as strong. Whew. Balance check, 2 more. You guys ever watch that movie about the professional skater and the professional hockey player that were skating together? Toe pick. That's all I thought right there. Toe pick. All right. Put down. Okay. one more set of exercises. We're gonna come to the floor. So we're gonna do two of my favorite floor exercises. We're gonna do 2 sets, all right? We're gonna do glute bridges and clamshells, but we're gonna do single leg glute bridges. And we're gonna do one side, and then we're gonna do the other side. So what I want you to do is lay on the floor, and you're gonna cross your right ankle over your left knee, all right? And flex your foot, always flex your foot. Your left foot is gonna press down, your knee is really pressed out, and you're gonna drive through your foot, squeeze your butt, lift up, and then come back down. So we're really working your hips and your glutes here. The bridge really focuses on the glutes. We're getting a little hip opening with the knee being open to the side. We're getting one more. Good, now whatever foot is down should be your left foot. Roll to the left, all right? Head can be on your hand. You can have it out here, all right? Knees out in front a little bit. Put your hand on your hip bone so you can feel that you're gonna stay really, really still there. Heels are behind a little bit. And we're just gonna open up. So we're still opening the hip where we just had open. We're just doing 10. And you can see my body isn't really moving at all. It doesn't matter how far the knee moves. If this is as far as your knee moves, that's okay. But this is not moving your knee. This is moving your whole body. It's not moving the hip a whole lot good. We need 2 more right here. Keep the torso really still. So good. All right. Flip yourself around. I'm going to turn around so my back isn't to you. All right. On the floor, ankle is crossed, foot is flexed. Press through your heel. We lift up and down. So you guys, you know I do a lot of yoga, and one of the things I want you to think about is that this is not like a yoga bridge that we would do and really try to open up through the heart and press through the shoulders. This is really to use to activate your glutes. So I want you to think that you don't have to lift quite as high and get a big back bend into it, but really just think of pressing through your heel and squeezing your butt. One more. I think that was about 10. All right, roll to the side. Set yourself up, make sure you can see me. Hand goes on the hip. All right, so you're nice and even. We open up and close. I usually try to keep my heels together. It gives me something to pivot off of. One more. Fantastic. All right, we're gonna do that one more set, and then we'll be all done. So bring yourself around, lay on the floor. All right, right ankle crosses over left knee. Again, press your knee open a little bit. Flex your foot, and we lift up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Uncross, roll to the side, set up for your clamshells. I'm going to show you a little bit of a different variation this time. You can stay here and do them like we did before, or if you're looking for something a little different, knees down, but lift your ankles, your feet up off the floor. And try your clamshell this way. And you can always do this as a band too. I just opted to do it body weight today. Just like a book, opening, closing. 2 more. And here's your last one. Good, go ahead, bring it down. Roll up so you can swing around, and we'll finish this set up. All right, so we start with our glute bridges. I almost went directly into clamshells. Did you see that? All right, left knee crosses over, flex your foot. All right, tiny tuck of the chin. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, keep squeezing, keep lifting, 9, and 10. Uncross, roll to the side, and set up however you want your variation of clamshells to go. All right? 1, ooh, I just got a nice little pop in my hip, did you hear that? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, you guys, that was your workout. Maybe for a quick little stretch right before you're done, just kind of sit back and let your legs go side to side a little bit. One side, and then the other side. Like some little windshield wipers. All right, that is your lower body workout for today. Do that at home. Let me know what you think, and we'll do another one real soon.